Hi everybody and welcome back to Day 2 of the European Championships 2017 in Utrecht. I'm Rob Hooley and joining me is Matthew Bell.
Hey, how you doing?
And Luke Withington.
Hello.
So for your first match of the day, we have something quite interesting for you. But before we get into it, we are going to go to our stats tool and have a look and see who is still in the tournament.
Tell us what you got, Luke.
Okay.
No stats tool at the moment.
Okay.
Not yet.
I'm
Okay.
just being told that the stats tool currently
I'll
isn't live.
Yeah,
which
I'm going to read it.
Fine.
I'm going to
We'll
read it
just
from here
read them out from here.
So, the deck... We'll give the iPad to the tech.
To the tech team so that they can fix that. But after this round, we will be showing you all of the stats on what's happening between day 1 and day 2.
Yeah.
So, who do we have? We have Sijing Yu, or Sing Yu, who is playing pretty much one of the last magician pendulums in contention. It's also running the Zodiac engine.
Yeah.
And over here we have Alexander Hultzsch, who is playing just pure Zodiac. Our players are pretty ready, so we'll have a chat about the decks whilst we go over to the feature match table.
Let's check it out.
There they are.
Looking very chipper this early in the morning. Now we'll see how.
Yu actually made it to the top 32 at the 2014 European Championships, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, that's cool.
He's one of our judges.
He is.
Yeah. They seem to be struggling to choose who's going first or second.
Many rolls.
Okay, there we go.
So what's different about this Magician's deck that we've not seen so far?
So he's playing Affamage Sloth, which is a bit weird, bit interesting, but that's good. That's a good thing.
Just give me a second. My iPad is currently not synced with the current match.
So yeah, Sloth is kind of interesting because it's, if I remember correctly, it's kind of a better version of Apex Avian. So Apex Avian was kind of that one-off, really good monster that you could just Pendulum summon.
Yeah.
And Affamage Sloth is exactly that. So it's neither player can special summon monsters from their extra deck except Affamage monsters.
Nice.
So you Pendulum summon that along with the rest of your Pendulum summon, or just tribute summon it later on, and that just basically stops your opponent from playing. Wow.
So fantastic open there.
Yeah.
The Skullcrabat Joker coming down. I believe that may still be one in hand. 2 Wisdom Eye Magicians going to be able to search anything that he wants.
Ah, the perfect scale. And then a quick Pendulum summon into a rank 4. Going first is extremely strong, we've seen with the Magician deck. Just being able to have your setup before them, it seems much stronger at setting up than it does playing through fields. It is able to play through fields, as we've seen, but based on how many of them have been eliminated from the tournament already, I think that may have been the biggest problem with the deck this weekend.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have a look at how many are left in round 9.
I think it was 14 at the end of round 7.
Okay, even less going into round 9. Yeah, in fact, it's not even on the hero anymore because it's less than 3. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, and here we're going to see the Zodiac Barrage taking out the
Double Iris Magician.
Double Iris Magician.
So what else does he have in hand?
Alexander has a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, so he could elect to use that here.
No, I'm Sijing. What?
He has a Perform Path, Skullcrabat Joker, a Maxi, and another Wisdom Eye Magician.
So he had triple Wisdom Eye.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy. Oh, so he's going to be able to use another Wisdom Eye now?
Yep.
With the Star Pendulum Graph?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And then get an additional search on top of this.
He has got a huge opening turn. Now, is there anything that Alexander's going to be able to do to pick apart this turn?
He's holding a Cosmic Cyclone. Alexander has Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit for interruption, 4 Formation Tenki, so he's going to be able to start setting up a field. He's got a Dark Hole to clean up whatever gets left on the field. Cosmic Cyclone and Whiptail, so he should be able to fight back. But we'll see. We do know how quickly the Pendulum deck can snowball.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that are just watching because you're kind of interested and not really into the game, what Sijing's deck does is it's full of cards called Pendulum cards. As you can see, the Pendulum zones there. It allows you to basically special summon all of the monsters from your hand, and every time a Pendulum monster dies, it goes to the extra deck rather than the graveyard, and you can special summon them from there using Pendulum summons, as long as you have the 2 monsters in your Pendulum zones. Anything with a level between whatever the scales say, as you see in the middle of the card.
Yeah. I love Skullcrab Joker. He just looks so happy with himself.
Yeah, and the Magicians are just incredibly good at searching for everything you need to be able to make huge plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very strong, and Singh has Max C in hand as well for his opponent's turn, which is going to force Alexander into making just the least painful Dryden, or he might be forced to actually play through it based on how many Magicians are already in the extra deck.
Yeah.
Because if he just goes, oh, here's my Dryden, pass, there's a very realistic chance that he could just lose the game, because even the Dark Hole technically isn't really very good against Pendulum monsters if you can get them back. I mean, he has the Dark Hole and the Cosmic Cyclone, but there are so many ways to search for another scale. Yeah, with these Acrobat Jokers, it could get really tricky for Alexander.
Yeah. I mean, just having.
And he also has to play for a Dryden of his own. And the Iris Magician getting taken out again. Double Iris Magician.
Yeah, so he's going to pop his own double Iris to get its effect.
Yeah, you can't detach the material and then exit into a Brawl Ball. That's not how that works. And even more disruption to go alongside that Trident.
Probably going to get Star Time.
Yes.
Or possibly a Tornado or something like that. But some other disruption.
Yeah, Star Time would be pretty strong, because he can then combo it with his trap card that he's got there, the Time Pendulum Graph.
Yeah, he's going to go for Star Time. Probably going to get Astrograph Sorcerer.
Astrograph's such a powerful card, especially with all these cards like Zodiac Barrage, being able to then summon the Astrograph, then make an additional search whilst giving yourself a ridiculous monster.
Yeah. He's playing, he's not playing Zark.
He isn't playing Zark.
No, so he's not playing Zark.
He's
not
playing
Zark.
Playing Zark.
Not playing Zark.
Not playing Zark.
Okay, the triple negative sorted it out for me, thank you.
It's all right.
So Zark is not on the deck list, just so we're clear.
Zark isn't on the deck list now.
It's not on the deck list. There, no Zarks exist.
To be fair, it's one of those things that I think is more cute than it is practical, and it can win you games, but at the same time, the extra deck space, as you mentioned yesterday, is incredibly tight.
Especially in the Zodiac version.
And yeah, the question is, do I actually really give up a slot for this?
He's actually given up lots of slots for various kind of odd things. I say odd, but he's the one who's made day 2 with this deck.
Yeah, this is true.
Like Beals, I wasn't a massive fan of Beals, but hey, he's playing that. Ken Gorgon, really great choice.
It's a really good card,
Yeah.
especially when you're playing it into like Zodiac fields and they're trying to hit you with their Tridents and you just remove it around, or even the True Dracos with their continuous spells and trap effects.
Yeah. This is a really, really good field here. He's got 1 destruction from Trident, 1, potentially 2 from the trap card.
And he's got Max
C, just in case everything goes wrong. He's got Max C.
And he's got a Acrobat Joker as well to... Sorry, why do I keep calling him Acrobat Joker? Perform Pal Skull Acrobat Joker to search for the other scale to go along with his purple Poison Magician, which also combos with the Time Pendulum Graph. So he's in a very comfortable position.
Even though it feels like he may have overextended this turn, to anybody watching, he immediately can just make another field next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. The power of the Pendulum.
Yeah.
And Time Star is pretty interesting as well, because he can protect your monsters.
Yeah, he can protect any Pendulum card from destruction by sending a spellcast type monster from his deck to the graveyard, which also triggers the trap card. For those who didn't see the trap card yesterday, you pick one of your Pendulum cards and one of your opponent's cards, destroys both, and then if for some reason, like Star Time Magician, your card doesn't get destroyed, then you get to destroy another card. Well, you send another card from your opponent's side of the field to the graveyard. So that gets around destruction and targeting as well.
There's the Rapier.
Yeah, interesting how Alexander considered the Fruit Blade for a second and then decided to go back on it and go with the Rapier.
And down comes the Dark Hole.
All right, that's just as disastrous.
He could use the Time Magician to protect the Time Star Magician to protect the Acrobat Joker, right?
Yes. Yeah. To be honest, obviously, looking at this situation, it's very easy to say this, but I'm surprised that he didn't destroy the Tenki with Trident.
And that Acrobat Joker should be in... Yeah, there it is. Oh, I thought he could have protected that one. Or is it...
Yes, he could.
Okay, but he chose not to.
He could have, yeah.
And yeah, it would have made 100% sense to take out the Tenki, because if Alexander followed up with a Barrage, he'd be able to float the Barrage. And then basically force Sing to have to deal with that Barrage on this next turn. I mean, Sing's still not in a bad position, because he can max C here and basically shut Alexander down. But letting your opponent keep cards, especially because for all he knows, Alexander could be playing the True Draco variant.
And there's the Cosmic Cyclone to take care of the trap card.
Yep.
Time Pendulum Graph.
Alexander did draw Dimensional Barrier in his turn, so he's going to be able to put the pressure on Sing.
Yeah, there's the Maxi. Now, if we could just ask our tech staff there just to make sure that they move their extra deck to the extra deck zone, so we can actually see what's going in there.
Ah, yeah, he's got it just out of camera view. I see. This is a bad position for... This is a bit awkward for Alexander, because he's going to have to go up to Trident Basic, giving Sing an extra draw. He has got the Dimensional Barrier to buy himself a turn away from Pendulum monsters.
Yeah.
But the potential follow-up play for Sing could just be Ram destroy it with the Zodiac Barrage.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
or
even if you just call Pendulum, he's got a Zodiac Barrage just sat there.
It's just letting him draw cards again. And what we found out so far is that it's only in one case that we've had so far that going into the Maxi challenge has actually paid off for anybody.
Yeah. He draws his one-off Torrential Tribute as well, which is super interesting.
Torrential Tribute, very, very strong card. I mean, that's something that we're spotting is very effective against the Zodiac deck, is just these surprise mass removals. Even things like the classic Mirror Force, I've starting to see play in 2017 when there's a whole flavor of Mirror Forces. It's like going to an ice cream store and saying, what do you want? And people still choosing vanilla, and it's still working.
Yeah.
So straight up just calling Pendulums.
Yeah, he's got a...
That hand is getting very nice.
Wow.
He can't, with the Dimensional Barrier,
He's going to have to play Desires.
special summon any Pendulum monsters this turn.
He has to play Desires and hope that he gets Barrage, basically.
What happened to his Barrage? Oh, did he use it?
Got hit by Trident.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Even actually, to be honest, even the second Barrage is not going to make a difference. Purple Poison.
He can't summon Pendulum monsters, however.
It's just special summon.
Wow.
Yeah, he can still normal summon.
What's going on here?
I'll be honest. He's just adding a Pendulum monster back from his extra deck to his hand. The Purple Poison Magician is pretty cool because if he runs it into the opposing Trident, the Trident is... Yeah, if you got the text of... Okay, never mind.
You want the text there?
No. The issue was sorted out. But yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, he's using the Double Iris Magician's effect from the Pendulum Scale.
Yeah, so that's going to do double battle damage whenever the monster that you targeted with it battles over a monster.
Well, both of Alexander's monsters are in defense mode, and there's no piercing options available to Sing. But however, the key thing there was getting his Time Pendulum Graph trap card so he can go back in with the Disruption.
Yeah. 10 cards.
I like how he just pushed out his opponent and goes, yeah, check that, I'm good for it.
It's always best to do that, because then it's... both of your responsibilities to make sure that that's...
Oh, there was a Duelist Alliance I saw being picked up. That's
pretty good.
He's got the Torrential Tribute. Sing's also got a Torrential Tribute to play around with, an Aspblossom Joyous Spring. one of the most powerful hand traps in the entire format. Unfortunately, I think it even rates second against Max C. Regardless of how strong this is, I still think it rates second against Max C.
Max C is an incredibly strong hand trap. It basically just says, please stop playing your turn, otherwise you're just going to give me the game next turn.
Yeah.
It's quite crazy. He's already used his normal... Oh, no, he's going to Pendulum summon the Ram.
That's cool.
Because he can still do that.
Yeah.
No one expects the Ram Pendulum summon.
No.
It would be even more interesting if it continued to special summon Ash Blossom and go for a synchro play. So he does play synchro cards.
Yeah, Ignis, Stardust, Enlightenment, Paladin.
Beals,
yeah. He plays Download as well, which is pretty cool. This is a really, really clever take on the Magician Pendulum deck.
Yeah. What's your favourite bit of the deck?
I think Sloth. If we see Sloth come down, you just win straight away.
It's the fact that he's been hit by Dimensional Barrier and his turn hasn't passed is probably the most impressive thing here. And that I mean, Alexander could drop the Whip Tail straight in there and take out the Purple Poison Magician. I think that's what he's considering. But then there's always that Trident in play. Oh yeah, he is going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Crips. Destroys Purple Poison Magician to power up his monster.
Yep.
And then destroys his opponent's monster.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to destroy the Trident. Looks like a lot of Black Fangs got taken away there. Not that it matters in this version of the deck.
But what about Zark?
Yeah, exactly.
Is he or isn't he in there? We don't know. There's too many negatives.
He's not.
He's not in there. He's not in there.
He's not in there. I think the English language is the only one that has that, so it's probably super confusing.
The English language is the only one that has double negatives.
Yeah.
Basically, if you got a negative, so saying that there isn't something there or that it is not there, if you then add another not to it, you're basically saying that
it is there.
It is there.
Yeah.
But then if you add a triple, then you're saying that it is there again.
Yeah. You just keep on going.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't do that in the English language, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't use his Purple Poison Magician.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm
a little bit confused as to what just happened just now, but that's fine.
There's a Time Pendulum Graph, Torrential Tribute, and an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring for Sing to play with, and a Trident on field.
Yeah, he's got lots of disruption.
Yeah.
That Torrential Tribute.
Alexander draws Dimensional Barrier.
That Ram's annoying for Sing.
He kind of has to
let it happen.
Yeah. He's going to probably go Trident, because then if Sing uses his Trident, he'll just respond with Trident. Yep.
Everybody's destroyed.
Dimensional Barrier is set. Just
Alexander,
making sure that Sijing can't use any of his cards next turn, basically.
Probably, yep. He's going to go just straight after the Dimensional Barrier and says, pick up your cards, I've got this. That was really well played by Sing. I mean, Alexander committing quite heavily into the Max C, and it didn't pay off, and he was hoping the Dimensional Barrier would be enough to buy him a flat turn. And that just didn't happen, because he was able to Pendulum summon a Ram, of all things, and just carry on and make the disruptive Trident whilst threatening that giant Pendulum summon on the following turn.
Yeah.
Also, doubling up on the trap card in his deck has given him a lot more options, because we've seen a lot of people only playing one-time Pendulum Graph and one Star
Pendulum Graph, yeah.
Star Pendulum Graph. And Sing playing two here really paid off, because his first one got Cosmic Cycloned. Second one, he was able to then take out Dimensional Barrier, which let him win the game.
Yeah, honestly, I was playing the full 3 copies of Star Pendulum Graph in my first version.
So good.
Yeah, three of that and 2 of the Time Pendulum Graph, just to try and naturally draw it. But it seems like a lot of people here have gone right down to just one of the spell card, and just relying on searching it with Double Iris, because you have. I didn't have the Zoo engine in, so I didn't have that extra ability to do that with the deck.
So
it seems to have worked out.
What's being sided here?
Alexander has 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance and a Cosmic Cyclone that are most likely going to be coming in. There's an Imperial Order, 3 Solemn Strikes, Solemn Warning, Twin Twisters. He seems pretty prepared for
most definitely
this.
Okay, I've just realised something. He has a Shaddoll Dragon in his extra deck. It's a spellcaster, right?
Yeah, it's a spellcaster.
Yes.
So with Star Time, you can
Send it to the graveyard.
send it to the graveyard. So you would get to destroy a card with Time Pendulum Graph, just send another one to the graveyard because you just protected your monster with Time Star Magician, and then that monster you send is Shaddoll Dragon, and Shaddoll Dragon would then activate and destroy a spell and trap.
Yeah.
You destroy 3 cards.
Doesn't the Pendulum Graph require you to destroy both, and then if you can't, you get to send?
No, so you destroy, you destroy both as long as at least one of them still exists.
You can destroy it.
You can send another one. So one destruction from the Time Pendulum Graph, then you'd save your card with Star Time Magician by sending Shaddoll Dragon. So then you get to send another card with Time Pendulum Graph. Yeah. Then Shaddoll Dragon would trigger, and you get to destroy another spell and trap.
Savage.
That is pretty savage, considering you don't like take any of your cards away.
I think the interesting thing for Alexander is going first in the second game, he's quite favored based on his side deck. But going third, things like Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning. Sorry, going third. When does that ever happen? Going second in the final game.
Spoilers. Going third.
Going second in the final game, a lot of these options are going to be way less effective if Singh can just set up the same field he'd started with on the first turn.
Yeah.
He's also playing Magical Spring, which is pretty cool.
I love that card.
That's actually pretty cool against Zodiac Barrage, because then they can't destroy the Barrage or any of the other continuous
Or
spells.
anything else, yeah. That's really clever.
And he gets to draw cards while he's doing it and
Yeah.
slows his opponent down.
You can really tell that Singh is a judge by the way that he's built his deck, because he's really thought about the rulings behind his deck, and
the most obscure things possible.
Yeah, but not even obscure, just things that general players would not quite realize. Yeah, it was always something that the guys actually said when I was playing at my locals up in Newcastle. They always used to say to me, everyone knew I wasn't the best player in the room in some formats, but they were always super scared to play me because they knew that
your deck made sense
in
some way.
Yeah, it would either make sense, or I would be able to make sure that they absolutely, I would be able to take advantage of the times that they didn't quite understand the rulings and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the advantage of being a player and being a judge.
Yeah.
You know exactly how your deck is going to work and how your opponent's deck works.
Right down to the individual rulings in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's really clever. His side deck looks really good. So he's got Mask of Restrict in there as well for the True Draco matchup, which I think is spot on. Because, you can just destroy, you can stop them from tributing the monsters, and then you can destroy stuff with Purple Poison Magician. He's got the Cosmic Cyclones, enemy controllers. I get the Shaddoll Dragon.
He's playing Zoo in the
genius
in the extra deck, so he can just take their opponent's monster, then upgrade it.
Yeah, to start his Zoo combos. Yeah, and then the board wipes as well. Rigaki Darko. Probably going to go in with the True Dracos as well.
I see those things quite prepared to go either first or second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at Alexander's side deck, I feel like he's very prepared going first against this deck.
Right. So what has he got to combat this? So he's got Twin Twisters,
Anti-Spell Fragrance, another Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning.
It's quite a lot of stuff.
Let's see the hands get loaded in, and we'll go from there. There's a Barrier Strike Cosmic Cyclone combo through Blade.
Nice. So going into game 2, how much time have we got left on the round? I always like to know this just at the start of each game so we can kind of gauge what's going to be going on.
Singh, on the other hand, in case you're wondering, Double Iris, Black Fang, Harmonizing Magician, Skullcrabat Joker, Puffon Pal, and
that's a really strong hand, even through Twin Twisters. He's got 2 sets of.
I don't think it's good through
2 sets of scales. Yeah,
Solemn Strike and Dimensional Barrier and multiple Cosmic Cyclones.
No, maybe not. You're crushing his dreams, Matt. You're crushing his dreams.
Hey,
stop crushing dreams.
It's what I do.
Gladiator Beasts are in the top 8.
Professional Dream Crusher.
Yeah, I remember there was the Dragon Duelist on Friday who we interviewed, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my favorite ever deck was Monarchs, but I wish I still had all of my Monarch stuff." Yeah, Matt was just sat there giggling away. I was like,
I wasn't no, you're making this sound way worse than it was. That's not how it went down.
Actually, no, it was more of a like demonic laugh. It was more like a exactly. And yeah.
No, he came up to me afterwards and he's like, please give me my Monarch cards back. I was like, oh, no, I can't do that.
We have a meeting every month at the Konami office, and every month one of my colleagues asks Matt if Construct can come back.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that.
Don't worry, I've been asking, ever since I started at Konami, I've been asking Matt to print Junk Collector, but he still won't do it.
That's all I'll say about that.
So, Skullcrat Joker going down. We've had the Solemn Strike and the 2 Cosmic Cyclones set with a Rat Pier left in hand.
Yeah, there's also the... there's a Dryden with a Hammer Kong protecting that, and Dimensional Barrier has been used. Cosmic Cyclone has been used. There is still Solemn Strike to... Well, Sing's only playing with a normal summon this turn, so the Solemn Strike is probably going to see it through till Sing's next turn, and it will interrupt his next attempted Pendulum summon as well.
Yeah, I think Sing's going to soon realize just how bad this is when he plays his next Pendulum Scale and it gets Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah. And then there's also a Zodiac combo in the graveyard for Alexander.
Sure.
Just, force the effect. Thinking, if at least I can force the effect, then... Oh, no, just ending turn.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, his hand is just would have been great if he was allowed to Pendulum summon.
Yeah, definitely.
Double harmonizing magician.
That
was
would be
ridiculous.
huge.
This is exactly how we thought this second game was going to go, though. Alexander has so much disruption that Sing wasn't going to...
He basically drew his side deck in his opening hand.
Alexander has a Whiptail in hand, so there's every chance that he... And Rapier as well.
You nailed it, Matt.
Rapier.
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 On his gap yard.
On his gap yard.
He is on his gap
Taking
yard.
pictures of all of the...
It's just like how he meets all his friends around the world, and then you see all the different XE monsters.
So, I don't know if this was a message from yesterday or not, but our written coverage writer has been keeping an eye on the World Championship points and all of the players. So the highest ranked UK player at the moment, Jai Sharaf, is currently undefeated.
Nice.
So that's pretty promising.
I don't even know who's in contention with him at this point.
I don't think
anybody now.
Yeah, I think Jawad can like sneak into the top cut and then like win out, but it's a sneak. It's a sneak. It's not a...
Where is he after round 9?
Jawad.
Yeah, we had him after round 8, but not after round...
Let me have a look.
Also, do you have information...
After round 7, after round 8.
Do you have the info on the French ticket as well?
Yeah, let's have a look at Jawad first.
Just working out there.
Yeah, so Jai is 8-0 at the moment with Marcello Barberi. Like he needs any more points.
He's just here to have fun.
Yeah, and unfortunately, his definition of having fun at the moment is crushing people's World Championship dreams.
I think he's mostly just getting the practice in.
I'm not
coming
sure
here.
Jawad is going to be able to make it into the top 62 with that.
X3 he can. He has to win out though. Yeah, he has to completely
And then he
win.
needs good tiebreakers because of the draws.
Yeah.
Well, he has no draws currently.
But the people that have draws above him...
yeah.
Yeah, and then, so the French seat.
Yes, this is going to run away from Sing. Sing's going to get interrupted by Solemn Strike in his own turn, and then a Dryden again, and another Cosmic Cyclone. And then there's double Whiptail, so Alexander might even just close his game out this turn. How much has he got there? Through Blade. Yeah, he's got enough, I think, because he can use the same combo we saw yesterday. Equip the 2 Whiptails to the Dryden, then detach from the attack with the Ram, detach from Whiptail from the Dryden, destroy the Ram, bring back the Whiptail. Whiptail attacks, the other XE monster attacks as well. So that's how much is that? Free Blade is 1400 or 16?
16.
Okay, yeah, that's 3,000.
To be honest, I don't think it even matters how much damage this is because he's got Strike for next turn. So
yeah,
I know, but I think Alexander would rather just not let Sing have another turn.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I think he can put the damage output there.
But that's just Zoodiac doing what it do. For those that are just kind of tuning in just because they're curious, Alexander's deck is called Zodiac. It basically breaks the rules of traditional XE summoning, where you get to summon cards from your extra deck. where usually you would have to have 2 or more monsters. You can just have 1 monster and then put it over the top of that 1 monster. And they end up searching each other, boosting their attack, doing all sorts of things. And you end up with massive fields like this.
Yeah. So I just had information on the second table.
By the way, we had a second table.
Yeah, there was a second table.
It was Dominic Newens, who was playing, Paleozoic, versus Mutasim Muhib, who is playing True Draco. And Mutasim has just won by the look of it.
Yeah, True Draco.
Not sure what the record is, but
True Draco has a very good matchup against Paleozoic.
yes, it does.
Here's my immune masterpiece. Cheers, mate. Thanks for trying.
Dominic was running Zombie World, and Zombie World is one of my favorite cards.
Ah, okay. He's going to do it with the free blade.
It looked like he was about to like start writing something on his Thoroughblade then.
The fact that he chose to discard the Whip Tail tells me he's not going to get the damage. Because he decided to keep his Solemn Warning as well. So Thing's not doing anything really.
Oh, is he drawn into a Solemn Warning?
Yeah, Alexander did.
Yeah, that's like two Solemns.
Yeah, no way.
Two Solemns is just too much.
From Sijing's perspective, he should still carry on playing through to see what he can get, because for him, he does actually have, his scales, and he's able to kick off.
As far as he's concerned, he's in business. He's absolutely in business. He's ready to go next turn. He didn't lose this turn, so yeah, totally fine. The Magician Pendulum deck just doesn't mind. As long as they're not completely out of the game, then they are always have a possibility of winning.
I mean, I'd feel better about it if it wasn't just a case of that. Yeah, here's my 5 back row. Not playing Chamber, and don't worry about it.
Yeah, right about now is where he's thinking, oh, that's going to be
just pick up his cards.
tough.
I spell cards, yeah.
Oh, well,
that's what he drew off the Dagusto Emerald.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just strike that. Just strike that, just for good measure.
That's...
Yep, and I believe he's about to pick up his deck.
Well, he cannot play any other cards in his hand.
Yep.
Yep, there it is. So game 2 going to Alexander there.
Oh, actually, that's quite... Singh actually gets Alexander to reveal his back row there. That's a bit of voluntary information.
Yeah.
He already knew that Cosmic Cyclone was in the deck, though. It's not necessary.
No, it was the Solemns that he didn't see during game 1. That was the...
Oh, did he? I didn't see him flip those.
Yeah, he just flipped up his entire background and goes, what did you have, by the way? And he's like, everything. Oh, good to know.
Well, he wanted to know what that first back row was.
He probably made a read on it and was trying to see if he was right.
Yeah.
So, deciding for game 3 now. So, spoilers, Matt is psychic.
Oh, am I?
You did tell us it was going to go into game 3.
Yes, I did. And someone's going third. I'm not sure what that means. The premonitions don't really come through very clear.
10 minutes remaining.
That's why I need Gerald Pro Winston and his psychic connection to the universe.
It's going to rain at some point in the future.
The winner of this tournament will have a heartbeat.
That's fair to assume. Unless one of them's an android.
You never know. That's
never know
the
these days.
tricky thing with androids.
Yeah.
Basically a
You got to do
Cylon.
that Turing test. That's
What?
what it's all like. You got to do the Turing test.
What is that?
Okay, so the Turing test is that robots could never truly be exactly the same as humans. They couldn't have the same emotions, the same reactions. So you have to ask them logical questions that whether they are or not. You never seen
You have to see, could you reasonably trick a
I
person,
just wanted
right?
you to explain it.
You have to see if you can trick a person to believe what you're talking to is a person, not a machine, right?
That's the one. And if you hit that, I think the phenomenon is called the Uncanny Valley. That's scary.
Yeah. Isn't it like proving they're self-aware and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After seeing what happens when Skynet becomes self-aware, I'm hoping that day never comes.
Yeah.
They made robots I saw on YouTube that they would watch YouTube videos and learn how to do tasks, and I'm like, you idiots! This is how it starts. Don't tell it to use the internet to learn how to do things. Have you seen what people post? Madness.
I've got this image of a robot watching our Twitch stream and just learning how to talk to us in the chat.
Oh, goodness.
Here we go, boys. Another Zoodiac. Lol, 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 lol.
Lol, 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 lol. Lol, these commentators.
Get wrecked. Bodan for president.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, at one point on the stream, I've been told that I have to say "get set" to get Utrecht.
Wait, what? Oh, I see. I see what you did there.
To be fair, Rob, for the past 3 streams that I've been doing, this is since January.
Yeah.
People have been asking me to dab, and I've still not dabbed.
You're just holding it off for the perfect moment.
If Magician, I'm gonna say it now. If Magician Pendulums win, when I give him the prize,
win the finals.
During the prize giving ceremony, I will dab.
For the life of me, please do not drop the trophy while you're
I'm going to shake on this. Nobody can see this.
Yeah, we're shaking on it.
We're shaking on it.
We're just gonna dab.
I'll be the notary. I can confirm that they did just shake on the most ridiculous thing ever.
So, our tech team said 10 minutes left, but I'm not sure when they said that. Let's just have a look.
That was 4 minutes ago, so there's 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah,
so
6 minutes remaining for game 3.
Chances are we are gonna see time called.
Yeah. Alexander really hoping to open some hand traps into this game because just because of the vast way that the scales are in the Pendulum Magician deck, almost any opening hand is going to be live in some regard.
That's what I found with the deck. It is just so fluid in the way that it can just open basically any of the 5 cards in its deck, as long as it's not like the 5 high scales that you play, and you're fine.
There we go, 5 cards.
Was that a fist bump?
It was.
It was a fist bump.
Nice.
During the highlights, you can see that no matter what song being played behind that. Just in case you wondered how we're going to edit that later.
No matter what. Oh, the Maxi dropped. We're just actually waiting for the hands to be loaded in, but we have got some of Alexander's hand.
We'll start here. Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclone, Dimensional Barrier.
We also knew about the Maxi, and there's the Zodiac combo as well.
The hand doesn't go very far.
He doesn't have any Zodiac monster.
Finished. He suddenly does.
Twin
Yes,
Twisters.
Sing could just go up to the the least painful Trident. Oh, he's going to go for Broad Ball, then Trident.
Sijing also has a enemy controller in hand. Ooh, drew into the Gamesial. He's going to be able to kaiju.
Yeah, he's going to be able to then take out the Trident. Dragons of Dracodia.
Dragons of Draconia is a great card.
Yeah, I'll pull that up when it loads in.
He's also got the sneak peek promo version.
Oh, Sing drew the Aramade Sloth.
Okay, he's just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tribute
wow.
summon.
He just can't play. What has Alexander got in his hand?
Neither player can special summon monsters from the extra deck except Aramage monsters. Alexander has Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclone, Dimensional Barrier, Zodiac Combo, Ram Ram, Garmacell.
Yep,
So he can Garmacell.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Garmacell.
Oh, my kaiju.
Okay, that was anticlimactic. I was like, oh, he can't play cards now. But, yeah.
Oh, and the problem is there that for Sijing that Alexander has a dimensional barrier, meaning that he wouldn't be able to pendulum that back either.
Yeah, he didn't actually... Sing didn't set his enemy controller.
I think that's better. Just, you don't want it destroyed. It's better to keep it.
Yeah, I guess he's just going to activate it, try and take control of his opponent's stuff after it gets buried.
2-dimensional barriers.
That's
rough.
I feel like...
That Max C made all the difference on that turn 1 from Alexander, because it's just stopped Sing and forced him into it, just a tribute summon Aramage, and then he had the kaiju for it.
Yeah, it just outright won in the game. There's no question.
So again, for people that, casual people don't really know the game, just want to tune in, Max C, you discard it from your hand, and every time your opponent special summons a monster, you get to draw a card. So it just ends up with something we call the Max C challenge, meaning that, are you going to start special summoning monsters and give your opponent a massive advantage, or are you going to stop your turn right there? This is what happens when you carry on special summoning cards, your opponent gets more advantage, and then we end up in this situation where Alexander has 2 cards to stop his opponent special summoning, to stop his opponent playing completely now set.
Well, he's not completely out because he has the enemy controller. Then again, Dryden can just take out the target of the enemy controller.
Yeah, all the enemy controller is going to do is
make Alexander angry. it's just going to annoy him a little. There's a minor inconvenience.
Yeah. Do you remember the code?
For
the enemy controller?
Oh, up, down, left, right, B, A, or is it
something like that? Because I know that doesn't Kyber say it in?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's got 2 different modes, so you got to input the right keys.
Yeah.
To get it to do the right thing.
Okay, I'm not getting all of things unloaded in.
He's got 2 enemy controllers?
Whiptail. Oh, yeah, he's going to try and force the Dryden.
Then play enemy controller.
Yeah, and then take the... Wham! There you go.
Thank you.
I'd take the Ram.
Cheers, mate.
I would take the Ram here. Diffuse it.
Yeah, well, you get 4...
Whoa.
No. Where are you going with that, my friend? Dimensional barrier, calling... Exy?
Seems that way.
1 dimensional barrier per turn.
Which means that he's now got his Pendulum Summons live, which means that that Morpheus Sloth can come back up.
Well, there's a Twin Twisters and a Cosmic Cyclone
this is true.
To interrupt.
This is true.
Free scales.
Although he doesn't actually have a scale.
He could just change the Ram to attack and ram it.
Oh, yeah, the Dracoon's Draconia. I forgot about that.
Let me read the
what is Dracoon?
He should have played Time Pendulum Graph before this, so that if they left the field, he could just replace the scale.
Time Pendulum Graph is the trap.
Oh, the trap. Sorry, yes.
Twin Twisters.
At the very least, he's going to get the effect of Black Fang if there's anything to get back. I don't think there is, actually.
No. His normal summon was Whiptail this turn. Yep. Ram is going to ram the Dryden. Bad man.
Isn't Ram when it's destroyed? Surely you would just play enemy controller to take your opponent's Dryden, so they don't have Ram.
Yeah, you could do, but you'd be giving up a lot of your cards to do that.
Now, I don't think
Sing is all in, and
I don't think there's much he's going to be able to do. His enemy controller can only really turn something to defense, and also there is another dimensional barrier there to stop any plays that Sijing must do.
And 2 Cosmic Cyclones.
Yeah, I would just play both Cyclones right now.
Yeah, and now Sing has 0 cards. He has no 1-card scales in his deck, right?
I don't believe he does.
No.
And Alexander is got the rapier.
Because we all know what would happen if we were just a year ago. It'd be like, oh, top of the deck.
Top monkey board.
Monkey board. Here we go.
And we're in the first stage of time.
I don't think this is going to go all the way. Sing is the Max C from Alexander has made this match for him.
Just trying to think what he's going to do from here. That was Hammerkong.
Rapier.
People seem to be struggling with the reason why he was able to kaiju the Aphramage. The Aphramage only stops
from the extra deck.
Yes.
Yep. Is our bot saying chat?
Yeah. There's quite a few bots saying chat actually. Yeah, it's so the example is that you can't kaiju a Pachycephala, but yeah, that's correct. But
not
this
really.
Is different.
Yeah.
Different card.
Is it airborne?
Put the Max C back in the deck. Go on. just in case Sing tries to special summon with his 0-card hand.
He's not going to be able to.
No, Sing's out.
It's a dimensional barrier.
Yeah, Sing's out because he's going to skip his turn. It doesn't matter what he draws.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's going to put the Maxi back.
Yeah, it's kind of the end of the game now. unfortunately.
I guess Singh's just going to sit this one out because it is his feature match. And Kaiji Garmaso as well. But I guess Singh's banking on his opponent not having dimensional barrier. But after this combo's done, he's going to be pretty low on life points. Alexander's going to have a complete field setup, and he's going to be back by dimensional barrier.
Yeah.
Max C, guys. Max C. Anybody interested in having 3 copies of that back?
No.
Noted.
I don't think he can take him out this turn, but
There's every chance he's stacking up the damage.
So, yeah. Yeah, I think I prefer 2 maxis.
really?
Yeah.
See, we were talking about this yesterday, and me and Matt were saying that we don't think that it's worth having it at 2. It's good enough to be able to have it as a one-off that you can splash into every deck, because it immediately stops your opponent having the next turn.
Yeah, but actually,
We have enough cards in the in decks at the moment that basically say you're not having the rest of your turn. Do we really need an extra one?
I think maxi at 2 changes deck building, where maxi at 1 just makes it feel really awful when you get maxied.
The problem is with multiple maxi is you can have just back-to-back turns where you just sat there and your opponent goes, hey, I drew another maxi. And you're in the same position, except this time your opponent's probably built a field.
Yeah.
Sijing is on 1,400 life points left.
It's honestly just it's a very awkward card.
Yeah.
I believe when next turn comes, he's going to draw.
Yeah.
Let's find out what he
dim
draws.
barrier.
He's just checking what he's got.
Manish.
Draw.
Part of the card's draw. Yeah, it's time pendulum graph.
And there it is.
Game.
That's it.
There is the handshake. Alexander takes this game just by purely not allowing his opponent to play. And let's talk a little bit more about that on our post-match discussion.